Oh, hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation. And welcome to another Fan Art Friday, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I'm going to interrupt our intro for today because I saw a very important question. Does anybody have a quick link to the Kickstarter for Dark Math Films, our sponsorship segment of the day? Why, you can find that in the Site 42 support beacon, the pinned link in the chat. I have also got the Kickstarter link in the description of every stream during the Kickstarter. Desk will also share it in the chat shortly. We want to make this Kickstarter happen, and that means we are making the links as accessible as we can. So if you go to the Site 42 support beacon, Site 42 support beacon linked in the chat, Desk will be sharing the link on his own throughout stream. You can also check the description of this stream and its VOD. But reminder right off the bat, we are in the midst of the Kickstarter push for Episode 2 of SCP Academy. A live-action SCP series free to watch on YouTube with all sorts of awesome storyline ideas, effects. That was a cameo from 049, voiced by the Volgan.
As a class of inexperienced cadets. Excellent. Our series pilot, SCP Dangerous Scientific Anomalies, live-action adaptations.
And so, if we want more live-action SCP films, this is how we get them. We are already over 20% funded by day 3, but we need to get further. And so, Mobile Task Force Site 42, codenamed Signal Boosters, keep donating. Even if it's just $1, every dollar helps. And for those of you who have already donated or cannot donate, share it everywhere. Mobile Task Force Site 42, codenamed the Signal Boosters, is about sharing these things as far as they'll go. Liking, sharing, subscribing, supporting the channel algorithmically so more people see it, it goes viral, and more people donate to it. So the money team and the engagement team, we need both of you at full capacity. We cannot let this Kickstarter fail. So go forth. Now, for my actual intro, welcome to Fan Art Friday, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director here at Site 42 of the SCP Foundation. And as I have done for over a year and 4.5 months and counting, because that's right, the daily stream streak remains strong. I'm here to open my office doors to you, the SCP Foundation staff, to answer your burning questions about this dark and mysterious place of employment we call the SCP Foundation. So whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff who contain them, the groups of interest who try to stop us from containing them, or hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview. Perhaps they're from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom. Either way, we are here for the next approximately 80 minutes. We will get through the Fan Art Friday segment first, and then we will have general Q&A for the remaining time. I will also get to the donations once we start the general Q&A. But first things first, I am making certain we get through the fan art. Let's begin with today's thumbnail from Containment Hazard Assessment Team member Kittyfly. Kittyfly has brought to us a view of 682 in its acid bath. And then maybe it's been a little bit deteriorated due to being in the acid bath. So pretty sick stuff right there. Kittyfly, good work. Next up on our list of fan art submissions comes from Containment Hazard Assessment Team Yuki. Foundation Containment Hazard Assessment Team member Yuki sends us, Father, pardon me, personnel. I have to feed my dog. I am the cure. Yes, this is highly recognizable as standard operating procedure among Site 42 regarding Puppy of Interest 42 codename Charlie. This is not surprised by anything. Yes, I do see in the chat, I will interrupt, intern Doc Watson lulz. Yes. Due to being distracted by the chat and going straight into the sponsor segment, I skipped housekeeping. So for this one time, hello all of you. Thank you for being punctual and getting the stream early. Every single member on YouTube, every single intern, you are thankfully greeted for your punctuality up to this point. If you showed up after this point, though, no punctuation points. Next up on our art regimen comes from Containment Hazard Assessment Team member Some Person Perhaps. Some Person Perhaps is continuing their streak of drawing gosh darn every SCP. With SCP-058, The Heart of Darkness. SCP-059, The Radioactive Mineral. SCP-060, Infernal Occult Skeleton. SCP-061, Auditory Mind Control. SCP-062, Quantum Computer. SCP-063, The World's Best Toth Brush. SCP-064, The Flawed von Neumann Structure. Good work at a very difficult task. Some Person Perhaps. Averaging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SCPs a week. With only 9,940 something remaining. You'll finish it in a couple years. It'll be fine. Next up, coming from Intern Gage. I am worried about what I am seeing here. You may know Fan on Friday, but Tree, I scream, you scream, now only $4.99. I do not understand Dr. Sherman, Spampton G. Spampton. Sherman G. Sherman. Spampton G. Sherman. I don't know what's happening here, honestly. But if that blaster loaded with a pen makes the tree scream, I am on board with it. I'm absolutely on board with whatever this is if it makes the tree scream. Excellent. Good work, intern Gage, at the very least, perplexing me. Next up on our fan art list is Froy. Froy has brought to us this picture of Draven Kandraki, Mary, and Iris, otherwise known as SCP-105 and SCP-166. And Draven's here too, for some reason. They seem like nice kids. Next up, we have Building Block. Building Block brings to us. Let's see what we've got loaded up. Ah! No! I don't care if you're Fiesta! No! No! This picture makes no sense because that abomination's in it! See, now it makes a lot more sense. I mean, honestly, I still might not get the whole Fiesta Pony 173, but it's way better now. Way better now. Disgusting. I don't know why you would do that. On this, the fan artiest of Fridays. You have turned it into the fartiest Friday. Good work. Not. Next up, we have Mamori. Mamori has brought to us some videos. Let's see if they do not crash my computer. Let's find out. Fingers crossed.
What makes you think we'd have an opening here? Well, guess.
Hey, Cadet Manning from SCP Academy, the main character of the first episode of the live-action SCP film currently in Kickstarter. You know, that person. Looking sharp in animation. Also, looking like you need more money to film your episode 2. So donate to the Kickstarter! Very good work. Number 1, Mamori, but it seems like you have sent me 2. So you are doubling the risk of crashing my computer. I appreciate this. Maybe. We'll see.
Alright, let's see what you've all put in the anonymous suggestion box. Get well soon, Doug. Can't wait to have you back at work, Doug. Doug, we hope you feel better. Okay. Obviously, we used a similar box for the Get Well card collection for Doug, which means...
You need to treat people with more respect. People are afraid to talk to you. Stop trying to control everything. You should give out free donuts on Fridays.
I should. The worst thing is I know that I should, and I don't.
Once again, Mamori is picking references I do not understand or get, but in yet in context, they fit. I believe they fit. I believe, good job, Mamori. And for our last piece of Fan Art Friday, before we move over to general Q&A, we have Not a Peep. Not a Peep, my favorite thing to not be, has sent us... What are we loading up here? No. Worst universe. Worst universe. Absolutely the worst universe. Hate this. Hate everything about this. This is terrible. No. This is the worst universe of all universes. This is not where anyone wants to be. We all hate this. It's disgusting. It's gross. It's bad. And why are they all? Why are you guys also that thing? Why is everyone that thing? Oh no, and they're all stupid too. If SCP-682 is invincible, then why can I see it? No! Why? Also, theirs does not have a cool desk protecting them from bad things. Duly noted. I count my blessings every day that we exist in the universe we exist in that isn't that. Fuck off to that window of that universe. I want nothing to do with it ever again. But what I do want to see again is more beautiful fan art in the future. Fan art submitters, good work. Applause from the chat. Congratulations on your excellent work in creation. All right, I am now going to catch up on the donations that have come in during our Fan Art Friday segment, and then we will have general Q&A for the next 60 minutes. We have an hour left in stream. So, starting with Intern Base. Thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Grab yourself some brisket on your way past the commissary. Is searching for a world that doesn't exist considered an anomaly? If so, what would be its classification? You know, I watched it and I could not get into it, so I don't know much about it. Is there something actually anomalous there? Is it like Minecraft worlds that shouldn't exist somehow, that were made by no one? I don't understand that in general. Researcher Puff Site 42, thank you for sending a hiding to the chat. I'm sure they will use it to be even stealthier, containing anomalies. Red Right Code, thank you for sending 2 treats to the chat. I'm sure they will appreciate the delicious treats. Junior Researcher HLG, thank you for sending 5 treats to the chat. You guys are lousy with treats right now. Red Right Code, thank you for sending a gold coin to the chat. I'm sure they will spend their doubloons wisely. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Please grab yourself a frittata on your way past the commissary. Hello again. Hello again. Building Block, thank you for your first donation of today's stream, as well as your fan art earlier. Please grab yourself a smoothie on your way past the commissary. It's a reference to the cross-testing. Oh, okay, there's something happened in the cross-test with that abomination in 173 that I do not remember because I amnesticize it from my memory. Intern Sigma Ohio, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Grab yourself a blackberry tart on your way past the commissary. Hi, how have you been? Let's see what entities we fight today. Well, there's always new ones turning up. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say, it seems like your staff ain't coming after me anymore. Guess they heard about the potential alliance. Well, yes, that is part and parcel information disseminated so that we can do future containment more efficiently in the future. Red Right Code, thank you for sending a hiding to the chat. I'm sure they will engage in stealth even more stealthily at your urging. Building Block, thank you for sending a treat to the chat. I'm sure they will appreciate the snack. Mr. Grim Reaper, thank you for your 15 months as an overseer here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and service. Although, Mr. Grim Reaper, I do have to give one note. I know it's a bad idea to give notes to overseers, let alone death itself. But man, the last couple of days, the hot streak you've been on with cherished celebrities who were good people and parts of people's childhoods, I appreciate you stopping that today. Can we not? There's much better targets, please. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing okay. Yes, Mr. Grim Reaper, we are doing great. Although, as I said, if you can change targets, we'd appreciate it. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say. Last donation from me due to budget reasons. Based on the lore I gave last stream, what SCP class would I be classified as? Well, first and foremost, reminder, A, thank you for your generosity. B, reminder that for everybody, never donate more than you can afford to. Make sure you are taken care of with your food and needs and hydration and exercise. Take care of yourself first, but if you have extra to tip the streamer, then it is always appreciated. It helps out our further projects. As for your classification, based on the whole fog viral control thing, that's probably a Keter entity, although it's a little too simple and OP at this time to be an actual SCP. Most people would just think it's your overpowered OC, and it probably wouldn't get voted very well. So you'd want to watch out for that if you were actually writing the anomaly, but at least in basic terminology, it's Keter, or if you became a staff member of the Foundation and helped us contain other anomalies, you might be considered Thaumiel. Present Mike, thank you for sending a hiding and a gold coin to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I'm sure they will work on their stealth, as well as enjoy the spending doubloon. Furthermore, I did see you ask, did he see mine? Now you know. I hadn't gotten there yet. Have patience. I never miss a donation. I do my best. I sometimes miss a donation. But I go, if I actually miss it, I'll go back and get it. It will get got. Anton, Dr. Knight, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Get yourself a popped tart on your way past the commissary. Dr. Knight from Precog here. Whoever sent the D-Class who broke into the Prophet's Vault. Way to go unlocking us into a future full of gremlins. Have you seen my Containment Hazard Assessment team? We were already there. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Sigma Ohio, thank you for donating again to say. By the way, do certain entities have their own dimensions, and not because some very specific troll edges have that? Well, SCP-106 has a pocket dimension that it can access and drag people into to murder them. Yeah, there are several anomalies that have their own specific dimensions, for sure. Intern Jalmara, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Dr. A. Mask, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself, I guess, some headphones on your way past the supply closet, because many distant explosions, you're going to want to cover your ears to protect yourself. Intern Dad Gaming, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Please grab yourself a granola bar on your way past the commissary. Question, we know the Infinite IKEA is connected to multiple universes. That we do. Could theoretically someone escape the IKEA and end up in the IKEA once contained by the SCP Foundation O-Death universe? That is possible if an IKEA in that universe has an entrance to the Infinite IKEA. You gotta assume, on our planet, all but one IKEA are normal IKEAs. It is this singular IKEA that has a door to the Infinite IKEA dimension. So it's possible some universes just don't have any at all. And in that case, those universes would not be accessible through the hub that is the Infinite IKEA. Intern Base, thank you for donating again to say. How would the Foundation contain the Jester from Figment 2? For context, the Jester is the embodiment of the mind's inner sense of fun and playfulness. The embodiment of the mind's inner sense of fun and playfulness? It sounds like we're pulling an SCP-8980. What Christopher Burns did to Lillian. What if you just use the right combination of amnestics to erase that concept from somebody? Contained. Basher, thank you for sending a laughing disco to the chat. I'm sure they will enjoy some comical dance moves on the floor. Present Mike, thank you for sending chili to the chat. I'm sure they appreciate the hot snack. Intern sketchies. If you're gonna talk about hating on Christopher Burns, which I do appreciate very much, make sure you spell the last name right. It's Byrnes, not Burns like fire. Vitos, thank you for your first donation of today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some vegetable chips on your way past the commissary. Can someone explain Pertato671 why we hate SCP-7299-J? Okay. I don't very much enjoy talking about that abomination. But since you very generously asked me to, I'm going to turn you on to SCP that thing's documentation. That's the simplest way to say so, because if you go to the documentation of this motherfucker, then you will see how everybody, except a scant few individuals, many of which seem to gravitate to my chat for some reason, find this to be the worst thing that has ever existed. Multiple SCPs agree with it being the worst thing that ever existed. SCP-2006, famously known for turning into the scariest thing it can, freaked out when introduced to it and then turned into it, because it is the scariest thing ever. There's all sorts of different interactions with SCPs of that thing being the literal worst. You see how long this document is. Suffice it to say, it is absolutely the worst thing we contain. Absolutely, you can read the document for more information. Present Mike, thank you for sending another chili to the chat. I'm sure they enjoy the snack. And Present Mike, thank you for sending a star to the chat. They are now a 1-star team. They need to make their way to 5-star team eventually, maybe gain some prestige ranks around the way, but they do have an hour to get that together, so good for them. Sigma Ohio, thank you for donating again to say, which one of the pocket dimension users are the most deadly? Well, that's very hard to say, Sigma Ohio, because there are so gosh darn many of them, and we don't have a specific tag for entities that have pocket dimensions, meaning that they are... what's the phrase I'm looking for? They're hard to find on the SCP document. Now, we could search using the tag extra-dimensional, but there are 991 SCPs tagged as extra-dimensional. And that could mean the anomaly could go in and out of universes. That could mean that the entity takes place in another universe entirely. So, unfortunately, that's not a question that's very easy for me to answer for you. Present Mike, thank you for sending another star to the chat. You have made them a 2-star team, making their way up to that 5-star ranking. Researcher Puff, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Please grab yourself a cronut on your way past the commissary. I joined Patreon and Discord. I've always loved your content. This is my first stream containing council members when I see them. Reassuring them with ramen makes them complacent. I'm working on an SCP. So, thank you for joining our Patreon and Discord server. We appreciate having you around and your support for the channel. For myself, the staff like Desk, Agent Goose, the Discord mods, our editor Synth, the pets of interest, as well as the field missions and projects I am working on behind the scenes, or assisting, such as the Dark Math Films SCP Academy series. Remember to hit that as well as enjoying our work in general. Thank you. We're doing our best in these SCP content streets. Good luck continuing to contain the Council. We don't know what they're up to in Phase 4 and 5, but we will figure it out and we will stop them one way or another. And rest of the staff, if the ramen thing works with other Council members, use it. We have plenty of ramen in the commissary. Researcher Puff, thank you for sending cat ears to the chat, although I think that happened when I was off camera, unfortunately. Oh, you guys missed out on some cat ears. That is unfortunate. Oh, that was somewhere down there. I gotta go back. 369 Destroyer, thank you for your 9 months as a level 1 researcher. We appreciate your membership and your service. My first article is now 22 positive. The crypt process works. Congratulations! You are now, by virtue of having done this, an official SCP author. Congratulations, 369 Destroyer, on your promotion to SCP author. 3 pages on the wiki successful, and you get your author page. So keep up the good work. You're on your way. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again. To say, okay, I realize I got spare money. I did research on the Resistance. I think the fact that they have Omnitrixes make them an equal threat to the Council. Well, they will have to surrender those to us for containment after they're done. If they are not willing to surrender their Omnitrixes, that will be a very, very apparent reason that the Foundation will go against them next. They don't want to start nothing with the SCP Foundation. Intern Puffsight, thank you for donating again to say, for a rundown, she was contained, the researcher who found her liked Harry Potter, her for being a humanoid badger hybrid, who after research was able to help with taking care of and researching anomalies. Ah, yes. The, furries, so to speak. Not something we're unused to, after all. The SCP Foundation does have the mobile task furries to help with containment of SCP-3312, so no. 3302? Which one is that the mobile task force, mobile task furry's job? Yes, it was 3312. I was right. Never doubt yourself, me, because you're always correct. Good to know. Dr. Knight, thank you for donating again to say, Dr. Knight from Precog here. Sorry, Doc, forgot to warn you we received this prediction for you. You will endure something especially unpleasant today. Well, I did get that window into the Peepaverse. And I did hate that a lot. So yes, that sounds pretty accurate, actually. Mr. Grim Reaper, thank you for your first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some chicken fried rice on the way past the commissary. I did not mess up with people dying, but my intern did mess up, so blame them. They were not on the list. Also, how's it going with the tree that does not scream? Yes. Well, your intern needs to be chastised greatly. Possibly with the femur breaker. We haven't decided yet. Chat, that's up to you. Does the Grim Reaper's intern get the femur breaker for the loss of Dolly, Tim, and Peter? Vitos, thank you for donating again to say, when's the donut costume coming back? I don't have any intention to bring the donut costume back. I see break the intern, break the intern. We need the costume. $50 donation and Dr. Sherman will put on the donut costume. Desk, why are you volunteering me for this again? I don't need to go put on the donut costume. I hate the power you have over this chat. Fine. If a singular person donates the equivalent of $50, then I will go wear the donut costume for the rest of this stream, which is 50 minutes. It's 50 minutes remaining. At which point I will have to explain the significance of the donut costume, I guess. In the meantime, 100 stars in Basher. Thank you for sending stars to the chat. You have made them a 4-star team on their way to 5. You're almost there, chat. Sigma Ohio, thank you for donating again to say. What's the most deadly Pocket Dimension user you know, and how would it face against the multiverse of God? Well, really, 106 is the only Pocket Dimension user I know off the top of my head. I know we have others, but I can't think of any right now. And 106 is not God tier. 106 could be nuked from reality pretty regularly. So, no, that is not going to do well against any sort of God tier entity. Basher, thank you for sending 2 stars to the chat. You have made them a 1-star team. Before I dignify that with a response, Basher, you gave the chat a prestige rank, and now they are a 1-star team again. So at least they have a prestige rank, but they need to wake their way back up to 5-star. Now, I will get to the other donations that have come in. I'm not forgetting they exist, but what if Wimmel, thank you for your incredibly generous donation, bringing forth this donut costume for the chat. I guess I will be right back. Dr. Chair, keep them entertained and orderly. I don't understand the obsession. Dr. Chair, did they behave themselves? They damn well better, since I am being subjected to this. Again! I've got to ride it up. Got to pull it down. Are you happy? Are you happy, desk? Are you happy, chat? Is this what you wanted? For those who do not get the reference, my author on the higher pataphysical narrative level above us is an actor. And in his youth, he did a tech commercial for karaoke brand Shmuel, and the song they made everyone on the cast sing was out of our vocal ranges, so it sounded really bad, and we got made fun of on the internet really bad about it. Also, in that commercial, it is a hot tub video, and I wear a donut pool floaty. And so I've been haunted by donuts surreptitiously by my author's folly. Can we see it? You know what? You want to play this game? Hold on a second. I'll make it easier for you. How do I do this? Where is it? They took away the cool option they gave us. There used to be a cool option where you could team up on this. So fine, I can't do that like I was going to. If another person donates 50 in a single donation, then I will turn this camera around, I will pull up the karaoke commercial, and I will show it on stream. One time! In the meantime, let me get back to the donations that have come in. Dr. A. Mask, thank you for donating again to say. Sorry about the explosion. Site 85 A sector detonated its alpha warheads for some reason. There's going to be a pain. Oh, God. Well, yeah, the entirety of site is... That blows up the site. So, it's not great. Yeah, let's clean up the mess and try to see if anyone's okay. I mean, they were nukes, so probably not. DJ, thank you for sending a 100 to the chat. I'm sure they will keep it 100 at your urging. Grim Reaper, thank you for sending a star to the chat. I am sure they appreciate being a 2-star team again. A 2-star team suggestion. Present Mike, thank you for sending a litany of sparkles to the chat. 7 sparkles. And so you guys get to clean up 7 glitter bombs. I have to scroll back up. The donations got misplaced. Sigma Ohio, thank you for donating again to say, how'd the SCP Foundation contain W.D. Gaster? Well, Gaster, being shattered across time and space, is not particularly easy to contain. But if we were able to use the Temporal Anomalies Department, as well as exploration through the noosphere, to isolate the locations of the shattered pieces, perhaps we could collect them and put Humpty Gaster together again. Intern Freelance Diver, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a waffle at the commissary. You said greetings from space? Well, greetings from not space. Is this live stream? Intern Corrupted. Yes. Grim Reaper, thank you for sending a treat to the chat. I'm sure they will enjoy the snack. Nightmare Destroyer, thank you for donating again to say. I'm currently watching your staff capturing several council members. They got terrified of seeing me flying above due to my lethal history with your staff. I don't think they know. Also, no recruiting councilor resistance. Well, yes, the SCP Foundation is interested in joining either. Eventually, we'll contain both if what's true about that Omnitrix is accurate. Hold on. Sorry, the interface is acting up. It keeps moving the donations on me, so I don't know where I am in line. Very frustrating. Ah, there is Present Mike's first actual donation of today's stream. Yes, that did get left behind, so if you were talking about that, then yes, I did miss that. And I apologize for even calling out that I didn't miss it earlier, because apparently I missed the actual super. I saw your gifts, but not the super. My bad, Present Mike. That's on me. Please grab yourself some takoyaki on the way past the commissary. You see the new Barney horror movie called Buddy? I think he's a cult SCP. No, I have not even heard of that. I'm not uninterested, though. That could be funny. Alright. Now refreshing. Please show me what I have not seen yet. We're not there yet. We are there. Grim Reaper's Treat. Nightmare Destroyers Super. Now, Grim Reaper sent you a star, and Researcher Puff sent you a star, bringing you guys to a 4-star team. Kitus sent you 5 doubloons. Please spend those doubloons wisely. Grim Reaper, thank you for sending 5 doubloons as well. The chat, keep clinking those doubloons. Kitus, thank you for sending an Unk alert. I'm sure the chat will keep a lookout for that Unk. Vitos, thank you for donating again to give big ups to Whatafawummel for putting me in this damnable scenario. I'm glad you're happy. And a reminder, the next person who donates 50 in one transaction, USD, ends up making me play the music video here on stream. Sorry, the advertisement. It's not a full music video. It's an ad that I did. Literally, this ad, it got us mocked so hard, and it was before Site42 was a thing. And so it was seen by millions of people. They shared the ad everywhere. They spread it. And I was just like, man, this is my portrait of Dorian Gray. I can't die until I do something bigger than this. Because this can't be my legacy. Thankfully, Site42 is that big thing. So we made it. Blue Phantom, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. As well as being a member, grab yourself some nachos on your way past the commissary. I was going to do it and say worth it. Also, how's the desks in the Puppy of Interest 42 and also 999 teleported because of the yellow rab. Ooh. Ooh, we don't need to talk about the yellow thing. We don't need to talk about that abomination. Ugh, little bile in my throat. Oh, what is that? Oh. It's like there's something on the water bottle. Hold on. I'll be right back. Are you crusty? Why are you crusty? Oh, no one likes that. Oh, I'm not going to drink that water for now. Wonder why that's gross. Well, I'll survive 40 minutes without hydration. I'll drink more later. While I was futzing around with a water bottle, did 2 of you donate at the pink tier? The pink like the donut tier? All right. I will pull up the music video and I will play it twice, I guess. Jiminy sakes alive. Alright. Let me turn off my ambiance and full screen this son of a bitch. Where is it? Okay. Pause. If we're doing this, we're gonna set the quality to high. We got the music, we got the full screen. Okay. 2 playthroughs. And action.
Hey, can I join?
Get Sing Karaoke. Click to download now.
Not sponsored by them. Right now, this is not sponsored. But you did it twice. And so I'll start it again. Because this is what you wanted for some reason.
Hey, can I join?
Get Sing Karaoke. Click to download now.
Intern McAvoy, you are correct that the line "I'll be Diddy" did in fact age poorly. Age like milk. Yes. Kesha has taken the liberty of changing that line in her song that references Diddy. Let's see, when was that made? Uploaded 8 years ago, but I would say the ad was probably 9 or 10 years ago now. So yes, now you have the context of why this I hope you're happy. All right, let me continue to catch up on these donations. The 2 very generous people who donated in order to make us watch that abomination twice. I will get to your donations in order as I go down this line. While I wear this donut costume and have exposed you all to that ridiculous advertisement again. Dr. Knight, thank you for donating again to say, yeah, I think this is what the prophecy was about. Yeah, maybe this is what the prophecy was about. Sigma Ohio, thank you for donating again to say, bro, you genuinely look worse than Troll Edge. This is insane. Well, I'm having a bit of a day, you know. Grim Reaper, thank you for sending 5 doubloons to the chat. I'm sure they appreciate the spending doubloons. Thank you for sending 5 stars to the chat, Grim Reaper. I'm sure they appreciate another prestige rank and still being a 4-star team. And then HLG granted you 1 star to put you up to 5-star status. Congratulations. Puff, thank you for donating again to say, yes, I wheezed when I saw the dono. I will make sure to bring extra ramen and fave manga to your cell. Researcher Huffletta Le Puff, love you, Doc. Yes, thank you quite much. Dongen Dons. Hey, SCP Analog Horror Animator Dongen Dons is in the chat. And I'm here in a donut costume. This does not shame me in front of my YouTube colleagues at all, chat. Thank you. Hey, Dr. Sherman saying hi before I head off to sleep. It's midnight for me and I just saw you live. Well, Don, I hope you have good sleep. Rest up. Keep making good art. And chat, if you have not checked out Dongen Dons' SCP Analog Horror work, go check it out. Make this sacrifice worth something. I asked a convention to invite you. Imagine if they're watching this. Oh, dear Lord. Intern McAvoy, imagine if a convention is watching right now. Sigma Ohio, thank you for donating again to say. Guys, I think if we donate 101 dono, he will put on Itachi Hello Kitty costume. Let's do him like King Chris. While that is funny, Sigma Ohio, I cannot pull that kind of capability. Now, because I do not have a costumer on hand who can work that cheaply. Now, I know that King Chris is a cosplayer as part of his content, and so has the option to make all sorts of different cosplays. Also, is anomalous and can summon storms, so can probably do all sorts of weird stuff to get costumes. Now, that is to say, I do have a bevy of costumes from my time in the theater and in the cosplay community, working for an anime convention for several years. And so it is possible I could find a list of the costumes I still have access to and set goals for you to make me wear those costumes I do have. If that were a thing. Maybe we'll consider that. Puff, thank you for sending 3 stars to the chat. Nope, more than that. You sent, it looks like 4 stars. So they get another prestige rank. And they're down to a 4-star ranking. And then Grim Reaper sent a treat. And so enjoy the treat from Grim Reaper-san. And then Dr. A. Mask, thank you for donating again to say, Alpha warheads are surface level only, I think, I hope. Thankfully, Sector A isn't the sector that's located under Redacted Central. Well, I mean, dig it up and let's find out. Intern Potato Chip, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Charlie 10 Pro, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Please grab yourself a Wafa Thin Mint on your way past the commissary. So what can the Foundation do about server blight from that TF2 series? Well, it's trapped in a video game. We just keep the servers off the internet, and that's easy. Love that for us. Lillian, thank you for sending a hiding to the chat. I am sure they will be extra stealthy at your urging. Grim Reaper, Overseer Grim Reaper, thank you for your extremely generous donation for the karaoke video. And Blue Phantom, thank you for your extremely generous donation in making me play it twice. I hope you guys are happy with yourselves. We're supposed to be a professional organization here. Worth It also found 999. It teleported in the walls. It's playing with the Minotaur. We've only known it to teleport when it was near that abomination. Who put it next to that abomination? I hope the Minotaur is taking care of it after that. Grim Reaper, thank you for sending sparkles to the chat. I am sure they will enjoy cleaning up yet another glitter bomb. Blue Phantom, thank you for donating again to say, once again, worth it. Overseer Reaper, thank you for sending 15 sparkles to the chat. I'm sure they will enjoy cleaning up 15 glitter bombs. And then Researcher Puff, you sent in a veritable PK star storm at the chat. We're going to have to do some mathematics to see how many stars they end up with. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep those stars a-scrolling. See, I'm glad I didn't listen to the chat because the chat lied to me several times. The chat keeps saying that Researcher Puff sent 88 stars. But I can see clearly on the back end that it was 89 stars. One more than y'all are giving them credit for. Maybe get your intel right, Foundation staff. I thought we were a professional organization. Researcher Puff, thank you for sending 89 stars to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. One more than they said you did. What the Wummel, thank you for donating again to say, the council's agenda is fulfilled, therefore I'll be returning to my designated cell. You are dangling a cosplay reward in front of the cosplay cult. What do you expect? Alright. There is 25 minutes left in this chat. If, by the end of this stream, within 25 minutes, one more person donates a pink level dono, a $50 dono or higher, then I will make my best honest effort on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week to compile a complete list of the cosplays I have participated in the past, which would be available for goals like this. I will take the hour or two of my day to do that. If there's one more big dono, then I will take the time aside from whatever projects I'm working on to assemble a comprehensive Dr. Sherman cosplay list, which you will then have future goals to make me wear those on a stream. For those, it won't be likely something I change into, like the donut costume is very easy to put on. It'll be something where if we hit a goal by the end of stream, I will do the next stream wearing it. Now I have to set up this, now I have to set up this whole thing. Wait a minute! Why is Dr. Sherman becoming like King Chris? Are you guys turning me into some sort of anomaly? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I gotta watch out for you guys. Although, at the end of the day, the incentive structures of chat and streamers' symbiotic relationship is what it is. Dr. Horrible would be easy to reproduce given the lab coat. Well, he has that very specific lab coat. It's, funnily enough, the same lab coat that was used in the episode Ariel from Firefly. Just like they used the Starship Trooper outfits for the Alliance soldiers. They were doing a lot of reused costumes in Firefly. But, point is, it's a special lab coat, and I don't have mine because that was for the cast of the Shadow cast I did Dr. Horrible with. So I graduated it to the next Dr. Horrible when I retired. Alright, I've got to keep catching up on the donos here. Big Mr. Broke, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a Philly cheesesteak on your way past the commissary. My site director told me I was being transferred to the Anti-Memetics division today, but I can't seem to find it on any maps or documents. I really don't want to be late on my first day. Am I being pranked? Mr. Broke, you are being pranked. There is no Anti-Memetics division. Don't worry about it. Researcher Puff, thank you for another PK Star Storm of 25 stars to the chat. Oh yeah, you sent 89 before, which means that they got, alright, 10 times 5 is 20, 18, 19 prestige ranks, and also they are a 3-star team before you set this 25, granting them 5 more prestige ranks, and making them a 3-star team, 2-star team. Or no, a 3-star team still. So you're a 3-star team with 19 more prestige ranks. No, 24 more prestige ranks. Grim Reaper, thank you for sending a dub to the chat. I'm sure they will take the dub. Vitos, thank you for donating again to say today's Q&A is P2W. Sad peace sign. I don't know what that means. Vitos, can you clarify? Grim Reaper San, thank you for unleashing a PK star storm of 69 stars upon the chat. They are now a 2-star team with another 25 is 5, 50 is 10, 12, 13 prestige ranks. 14 prestige ranks, actually. And they're your 2-star team. Pay to win. So today's chat is pay to win. Yes, some streams are quieter on the donations or others. And sometimes when it's not quieter on the donations, you guys hit me with ridiculous things. We are a professional, secretive organization. We are containing dangerous things. Why is it you want to see your boss in a donut costume? Is it good for morale somehow? Will you do better work if I'm wearing the donut costume? Can someone please give me context? Some person perhaps. What context are you looking for context on? Do you not understand the donut costume? Did you miss the previous donut costume stream? You should go back to when the donut costume was donned in the VOD. That'll tell you what's up. Mamori, thank you for your 10 months as a level 1 researcher here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Sherm Plush questions its decision to swap places. What do you mean, Sherm Plush? I'm Dr. Sherman. I am Dr. Sherman. I am not a plushie in any way. Just like the plushie at Dark Math Films is not me, Dr. Sherman. It's a plushie. It's completely separate from me. And you should not donate to the Kickstarter for SCP Academy, because obviously if they fail in their Kickstarter, they'll take their wrath out on the Dr. Sherman plushie. And obviously that's what we want to happen, because that plushie's a bastard and needs to die. But I guess if you really, really, really want to donate to the very cool live-action SCP series so it can get a second episode, then I guess we can find another reason to destroy the plushie. But this is our first chance, so this could be good. Some person perhaps, at least when you go back to the VOD, it'll be easy to find, because there's when I'm not in the donut costume, and then when I am in the donut costume. It should be very easy to spot. Why are you wearing a bib, Doctor? Intern Barker, this isn't a bib. It's a donut costume. It is a full honking, 2-sided donut costume. If I may ask, what is your shirt size in case I see a t-shirt you need? No, I don't have anything in mind right now. Amber, in the midst of all of this, I'm getting scareder and scareder. I am a large shirt size. Dang, it's even 2-sided. That's right. You got donut for both sides. Front and back. Grim Reaper, thank you for sending 5 more sparkles to the chat. I'm sure they'll enjoy cleaning up another 5 glitter bombs. If Dark Math gets fully funded, Dr. Sherman will wear a yellow rabbit onesie for a month of stream. He will not, you disgusting bastard. He will not. They get a day. They get a day. One day. I'm not negotiating wearing a onesie for more than a day. No. Especially not of that abomination. I'm not haggling with you, desk. Intern Farmland, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Rebel Commander, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. And hey, it's been a minute. Hope you've been doing well. Rip Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, Peter Cullen, Samuel Monroe Jr., and Yayoi Kusama. 2026, something the good ones too soon. SCP flags at half-mast. Oh, definitely half-mast. Well worth it. Well worth it. I saw a Ko-Fi notification. Let me get that before I forget it exists. Jan, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Thank you for making the effort to go through the Ko-Fi, which, as we all know, only takes 3% of your donation as a service charge, whereas YouTube Super Chats take 30% of your dono, so we definitely appreciate you making the effort to go to the Ko-Fi. Now, grab yourself a tostada on your way past the commissary. What if we shoot SCP-72? No! 9-J. Why does that thing keep coming up today? Oh. As I was saying, with the nerfing gun, did we use that monstrosity on it? Or no, use it on that monstrosity? I wouldn't be shocked if we tried it. God, I hate looking at this thing's documentation. So fucking awful. View test logs. No, we did not cross-test it with that abomination, but I bet, same as 6A2, it's going to make that thing objectively worse, which I can't think of a way it'll get worse, but it'll make it worse. Intern Monarchy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a quiche on your way past the commissary. I sent SCP-049 to a hospital. He's a doctor, right? Keep SCP-049 out of medical. That means we're going to have a lot more zombies coming around. That's bad. My agency found SpongeBob-branded bubbles that can turn into living beings like in the episodes. Well, Intern Detective, please put those in a containment box and don't let them be utilized. By the way, time check, Site42 staff, we are currently 13 minutes from the end of stream. You have 13 minutes remaining. So what would happen if I joined the council, Dr. Sherm? Well, Intern Lukey, I would recommend not becoming a traitor to the Foundation. It hasn't gone well for the Chaos Insurgency. It's not going to go well for you. That's my answer. Have you met any founding members of the Wiki? Intern Rocky, the closer I would say to that is I have had conversations with Dr. Gears and Dr. Clef in the past. Intern Goulet, can I get noticed? I've never been noticed by a YouTuber. The SCP Foundation is in the business of knowing things and noticing. So congratulations, you've been noticed. Coolman Fight, thank you for your 12 months as a Mobile Task Force Captain here at Site42. We appreciate your 1 year of membership and service. Hello, Dr. Sherman, I got news for you. SCP-72 9-J. Can't wait for you to dress as it for Halloween. I am not dressing as it for Halloween. There's no way in hell I'm doing such a thing. And only one left that plans to dress as that. No, nope, not happening. Not happening. No one's doing that. That's stupid. No one would ever do that. Intern Monarchy, thank you for donating again to say, can SCPs get disease like 096 or 623 or are no? It depends on the anomaly. Some anomalies can get sick, some anomalies can't. That is a case-by-case basis. Doctor, what are we going to do about the council going to other apps? Intern Epsilon, don't fret. That means they are spreading their ranks thin, making it easier to contain them all. They don't have backup. Chase them down, put them in boxes. On the same train of thought, what are you going to be for Halloween, Doc? Mamori, unfortunately, my Halloween is spoken for this year because I am attending a wedding. A dear friend and fellow doctor is getting married, and I will be at that wedding as a bridesmaid. And so I will be wearing a very fine gothic suit. Maybe, depending on when I get dressed that day, I'll stream wearing it or get a selfie for you guys. Coolman Fight, thank you for donating for the first time today, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a crepe on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, now I know your worst nightmare IRL. I don't like that. If a council member donates, do I let them out? Well, for a minute, and then you recontain them, obviously. Dr. Sherman, I just joined. What's the reason for the title? Intern Zinc Z, look at the thumbnail, and you will see the content for the title of stream. I tried to do a super, but it never showed me despite being charged. YouTube is trying to screw me over, apparently. Oh, 369 Destroyer, that's gross. What I would do is I would start using the Ko-Fi for a while then. Anonymous, thank you for sending a treat to the chat. I'm sure they will enjoy the snack. Eat the council. No, Intern Pumpkin. We do not eat the council. That would destroy them. We do not destroy anomalies. We contain them alive so we can study them. Who is the oldest SCP staff member? Well, likely it's one of the overseers, if not the administrator, due to their use of the Fountain of Youth and other life-extending anomalies. Same here. For some reason, my last super is not coming through for some reason. Grim Reaper and 369 Destroyer. They, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Yeah, sometimes YouTube's app can just be glitchy. I will be desperately trying to send a super chat to a creator, and it just doesn't let me. Just another reason to go to the, what's the phrase I'm looking for? The Ko-Fi, which can be a little more reliable. Grunder, thank you for sending a delightful corgi wearing a nice Dr. Sherman-approved shirt to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. Very fashionable. Donut costume! Yes, intern Rosemary, they wanted the donut costume again. For some reason. Let's see. 369 Destroyer. I'm looking at your pink infestation group of interest format for the hospital. Now, obviously there's a bit much to read with 5 minutes left on the clock, and you acknowledged that. I do find disappointment and worry that there's a Miss Ewell. Is this any relation that I should be worried about to a certain man of Ewell? Sounds horrifying. If you want to see SCP author 369 Destroyer's piece, you can Google SCP Pink Infestation and it comes up. Virus Void Cat, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Tootsie Roll on your way past the commissary. Thank you for your daily streams. They've been a great distraction while in the hospital. Signed, Fuzzball. Well, you're welcome. The daily streams are good for when you have downtime. I am glad to be able to give you some entertainment over the time of your hospital stay. To whomever asked if they could see Puppy of Interest 42 codename Charlie before stream ends, unfortunately, no, because Puppy of Interest 42 is on a field mission right now, and so is unavailable, unfortunately. Researcher Puff, thank you for donating again to say, hey Doc, do I have to go to a dangerous field as the task force you said, or may I keep taking care of the safe humanoid anomalies? Well, if you can provide support from on-site in some way, collaborating and coordinating, then that can be useful for the mission as well. Grunder, thank you for sending 2 doubloons to the chat. I'm sure they'll spend them wisely. I have noticed that one of the D classes looks exactly like you. Was that your brother? No, that is a scenario, timey-wimey, multiversal BS. There is no canon in the SCP Wiki. There are many alternate universe iterations of myself that, well, let's just say didn't fare so well in life. And so I don't relish their situation, but I also, I have a degree of separation from that. Grim Reaper, thank you for sending 7 treats to the chat. Enjoy your bevy of snacks. Hey boss, it's almost 3 p.m. Can I take a break? Well, we are ending this briefing in 2 minutes, and so I would assume you could take a little break before getting back to work. Just scrolling past, congratulations to the chat for what he's wearing, and I assume chat did that. Yes, Gamer77, good to see you pass on by. Join the council, Dr. Sherman. Intern Brightbeck. The SCP Foundation will not join the council. We are containing the council. Our mission is to secure, contain, and protect the anomalous, and that means you are going into box, council members. Shadow Knight, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a taco on your way past the commissary. My cosplay for Beta 7 is going well. I have Mobile Task Force patches in the Beta 7 patch, and then I will be mostly done, and I have my gas mask. It is a real one. Well, I also like to use in some cosplays as close to the real article as I can. I shot for Army Surplus when I cosplayed Guile from Street Fighter in the past. So yes. Vitos, thank you for donating again to say, if there's level 1 researcher, is there a level 99 researcher? No, our classification levels only go to 5, maybe 6. Site 42 staff. Here at the end of stream, it's a tradition I tell you guys my favorite SCPs. Although I'm not going to tell you that my favorites are the ones I wrote, that would be narcissistic. But you can read my SCPs on the Sherm's author page in Site 42 Hub on the SCP database. There you can read the SCPs I personally wrote or contributed voice lines or sound effects to. And while you're on my author page, one tab over, you'll find a list of links. Links that people often ask about in chat, but then when I give them this big hint as to where to find the links, everyone somehow forgets. It's very, very silly of them to forget. Shouldn't have taken your amnestics before you find the links. But that's okay. You can still, on my author page, along with those nice links that you, a clever person, will find, also become a Patreon patron or YouTube channel member to donate to us monthly. You can do a Ko-Fi or YouTube Super Chat and donate to us one at a time. Either way, direct donations are the quickest way to help out Site 42, whether it be myself and the staff, just personally, the pets of interest, or helping out with the future projects and field missions I am working on. And we appreciate your service for allowing me to do such a thing like that on behalf of the SCP community. Furthermore, if you are broke, gang, and you cannot donate, do not despair, because you can still help us out as a member of Mobile Task Force Psi 42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. When you like, share, you saw nothing. When you like, share, subscribe, comment, chat, make memes, shitposts, fan art, out-of-context compilations, edits, and not just of us here at Site 42, but also of the SCP projects we support, like the SCP Academy Episode 2, currently in Kickstarter, so donate the hell out of that money and donate your time and effort to spreading it. Also, helping out the SCP Wiki and its authors and artists, SCP filmmakers, game devs, animators, merch makers, podcasters, etc. So we appreciate your generosity of both funds and effort to helping Site 42 and the SCP Foundation cause. Quick tangent before my favorite SCPs. Dr. Sherman, do you agree to one-time truces with Council to hate on lesbian space princess? No. No, because I do not like ragging on art. And so even if lesbian space princess is not the best thing ever, I do not like the way it's being ragged on. I support artists even in making bad work, because making bad work is how you grow to making good work. So no, in this house, we do not hate on lesbian space princess. I haven't even seen it. I don't know if it's good or bad. But unless it has horrible, horrible morality, such as certain political factions I know about, then we're fine with it. Leave it alone. What about Velma? Okay, Intern Ilono, you're really pressing me now because Velma was pretty bad. And it was made by people who should have known better. But there are qualities to like about it. You can find the positive. It's fine. Vitos, thank you for donating again to say, why maybe 6? Because the level 6 classification Cosmic Top Secret is so secret most staff members don't know about it. You all will need to be amnesticized now that I mentioned it. Alright, without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5715, SCP-5175, 5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 399-304-308-J, content warning, last one, it's a rough read. So, Site 42 staff, this has been another Fan Art Friday, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. See you in the next video or stream. Rave Haven, thank you for your last-minute donation, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some applesauce on your way past the commissary. Just saw this, are you okay, Director? Well, I am very annoyed at having to wear the donut costume. But other than that, I guess I'm fine. Ooh, but little pretty one, when you gonna give me some time? Gerona! Ooh, you make my motor run. Gun it off and come in the line. Gerona! Never gonna stop, give it up. Such a dirty mind, I always get up. For the touch of the younger kind. Wow, this song's kinda weird though. My Gerona! The credit song is My Sharona by The Knack, with interjections from one known as Flowery. Be safe, be well, Site 42 staff, and as always, secure, contain, protect. See you in the next video.